Hey everybody, Jimmy Eats here, and I want to start off with thanking everybody for tuning into my channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Also, I want to tell you a little story about a guy named Pat Olivieri. Don't know if you ever heard of this guy, but he was a hot dog vendor, local hot dog vendor that lived in South Philly back in the early and late 30s, long time ago. Well, what he did one day was he went to his local butcher shop and he bought some ribeye steak and he sliced it up and he grilled it on the grill. He made a sandwich out of that. And one day, when he was doing that, a cab driver had happened to drive by and caught a whiff of that sandwich. And he says, "Hey, make me one of them steak sandwiches." Pat says, "Well, why not? I'll sell anything." So he built him a sandwich, and that's the day the Philly cheesesteak was born. Let me tell you, the Philly cheesesteak is a popular sandwich all over the country, if not the whole world. Now, originally, it comes with ribeye steak, sauteed onions on an Italian roll. Probably some provolone American cheese is what normally you see on it. But you know what? I don't live in South Philly. I live in Iowa. So I'm going to put my own little addition to it. I'm going to have some steak, some provolone cheese, some American cheese on a big Italian roll. I have all that. But I'm going to add my onions, some green pepper, some mushrooms. I love it that way. And if you go to a local shop that makes Philly cheesesteaks, they'll make it that way too. It's kind of evolved into that. So that's my next project on the Blackstone today. I tell you what, if you stick with me, I'm going to show you how it's done. Stay tuned. All right, so here we are. I got the Blackstone heating up. I got both burners on about a medium heat, getting it good and hot. We're going to build this Philly cheesesteak. So start off with some oil and put it down right here. And on this side, I'm going to put the vegetables and get that going first. I want to get them kind of sauteed. I want to get them good and soft so you can crunch into them and they don't rip out of your sandwich as you eat it. So I have plenty of vegetables. I got a big slice of bread that goes on this, so quite a bit. If it don't all fit, that's all right. I always make more than I think I should as I go big or go home. So, okay, I got these down. I'll let this saute for a few minutes. I'm going to throw a little bit of minced garlic on there for some flavor. I like some garlic flavor on my vegetables. I got quite a bit, so I got a pretty good glob of garlic to go. That should do it. Okay, and then I'm also going to season it with some cookies, flavor enhancer. I've said it many times, I really like this cookies flavor enhancer. It's high in salt, so I'm not going to go heavy with it. Use a little end. Some of that on there. The steak is cut thin enough that it will not take long to cook. So I want to get these vegetables on there first to get a good start on them. So stir them up a little bit. Get them going. I'm going to break it down, get them soft. When they get there, I'll be back in just a minute. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. I'll be back in just a flash. All right, so a couple minutes have went by. I've been stirring up these vegetables. I did put the lid cover on it to kind of contain some of that heat. Get them sauteed real good. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put down the steak. So a little bit more oil right here. Got that griddle is good and hot. It won't take long to get the steak cooked. I do have a couple big chunks and a hunk of fat on here that I'm going to just have for fun because that's how I roll. There's our steak. Quite a bit. It's a whole steak actually, so. Alright, so we'll let this cook. I'm going to season it up a little bit. I'm going to use my Weber steak and chop seasoning. I really like this seasoning. I'm going to put this on the steak for some flavor. That ought to go real good. I'm going to kick the heat down just a little bit. It looks like I got a lot going on there. I'm going to stir up these veggies a little bit more. Veggies are really close. Looking good. Not going to take much longer. We'll have us a big old Philly steak sandwich. It's going to be good. I'm cooking for my lunch before I go to work today. I work nights, so I got to go take a nap for about 3 hours before I go to work. It's not quite noon right now, so usually I do a lot of videos at night when I have my night off, but I decided to do one during the day today. I'll flip this steak over, get some cooking on this side, and then also I'm going to flip over my little steak bites. A little bit more seasoning on this side. Now what I want to do next, before it's too late, is I want to brown my bread a little bit. I want to put a little crust on my bun. I like my bun toasted, so I did butter it, but I'm going to throw a little oil down there too with it. I'm going to put it right up here on top. This is a pretty good hunk of bread, so it might rip in half on me because it's so big, but we'll see what I can do. See if I can get it to crisp up a little bit. Kind of push on it like this. Get it to touch real good. A couple minutes on there and that'll be ready to rock. I think we're going to be good to go. Stir these up some more so they don't burn. Oh, that smells good. If you guys could just smell what I smell right now, you'd be salivating, I promise. Some pretty good stuff right here. Okay, so I'm going to move this steak a little bit more. Still a little bit raw in the middle, but I'm going to keep it going until it's cooked all the way. Normally I like my steak medium rare, but this is a little different. This is on a sandwich, so I try to get it all the way done. That there is about how I like it for my little steak bite. I'll set that off to the side. A little bit longer yet on the bun. It's coming along. Okay, so I think what I can do now is get ready to put the cheese on the meat. I think what I want to do is I'm going to try and form it to be about the same size and shape of this bun, this roll, or whatever you want to call it. About like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the American cheese on first. Let that melt a little bit. Got 3 slices of American cheese here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some of these veggies on top of that and put bread and put more cheese on top of that after I get it on there. Well, these tongs ain't really how I thought, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to use my spatula. Make sure I get a lot of veggies on there because I like my veggies, boys. Okay. Like that. Some of this will be left over, but that's alright. I can make another one later. Shutting the burner off on this side. I don't need it no more. Now for the provolone to go over top the veggies. Get this to melt on there real good. And then after I put it in the bun, I'm going to put some more vegetables with it. I'm going to make her big, make it worth my while. Check out this bun real quick. Oh yeah, I like it. I'll go with that. So, put it on here. We're going to let that melt just a little bit more. Won't take long. What I can do is while I'm waiting for that to melt, I can throw some of these vegetables right here in the bun. Won't hurt a thing. Heck, if I can get it all on there, I might just well. Well, the dog's gonna like me. I dropped some. Okay, I think I have this melted pretty good. Try to scoop it up. Get it on here. Boom. Boy, oh boy, this looks pretty freaking awesome. I'm gonna have to let it cool down before I can take a bite of this guy. By all means, take a look at this. Iowa style Philly cheesesteak. It's a monster. It's huge. I don't know if I can eat it all. Okay, I'm not gonna fool you. I can eat it all, but it's gonna take me a minute. So let things cool down. I'll cut it in half. I'll take a bite. I'll tell you what I think in just a little bit. Give me a couple minutes on the cool down. Be right back with you. All right, I'm back. I let it cool down for a few minutes. I'll be honest, this thing is huge. I'm going to have a hard time eating this guy without having it all over. First of all, it's going to be a chore just to cut it in half just so I can take a bite. So I guess we'll quit talking and see if I can make it work. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Let's take another close look at it just before I take a bite. I mean, good Lord, look at all that stuff. That looks absolutely amazing. I can smell it. My stomach is growling. I'm hungry. Time for the taste tester. Let's go for it. Whoa! Well, that's probably the best Philly cheesesteak I think I've ever made. It's hot, and I let it cool down. It's still hot. Tell you what, that seasoning on that steak is just right. All the vegetables with that flavor enhancer. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. For sure, restaurant style sandwich. Cost you a pretty good chunk for that big old boy, but still, nonetheless, what a great sandwich. I can't wait to eat some more. I tell you what, give me some comments on this guy. Tell me what you think. I had a couple subscribers request a Philly cheesesteak. They asked for an original Philly cheesesteak. I talked about it original, but like I said, I don't live in Philly, so it's hard to do original when I don't even live in Philly. So give me some comments. Tell me what you think. Make this guy at home. It's worth it with every penny. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I need all the people I can get to see what I'm doing. Hit the notifications so you can see when I'm putting more on there for you guys to enjoy. Thumbs up is always good. But by all means, I'm starting to get a lot of good comments from some of my subscribers. I love the comments. Keep them coming. Tell me what you think. And I tell you what, man, I can't stop looking at this sandwich. I'm really hungry. It's going to make me have a really good nap before work. So, on that note, I'm Jimmy Eats, and I tell you what, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great day.